So Obsession is finally in theaters and I'm beyond excited. Not only is it one of my most anticipated horror films of the year, but I hear it might be one of the best horror films of 2026. Before I go see it, I want to talk about some of my favorite horror films of the year so far. Now, what do you get when you cross Kill Bill with Ready or Not and sprinkle in a little bit of melanin? You get They Will Kill You, the horror action film starring Zazie Beetz. Now, going into this film, I really wasn't sure what to expect, but as soon as I saw that first fight sequence, I knew I was in for a treat. The style of violence here is very reminiscent of Quentin Tarantino. It's flashy, it's chaotic at times. Did I love every single thing that was going on screen? Not necessarily, but I did get some iconic action sequences from one of my favorite actresses, so that's a win in my book. Now, January is notorious for being one of the worst months for new movie releases, but not this year. Just halfway through the month, we got one of my most anticipated horror sequels, 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Let me tell y'all, this film blew me away. It's not like any other zombie film that I've seen before. It's really more of a coming-of-age sci-fi horror film, because yes, it's brutal, it's gory, but there's this touch of thoughtfulness that I've never really seen in a film like this before. The characters portray so much about humanity, and the story is really about what it means to still have hope in a world where there seems like there isn't any. And the January surprises didn't stop there, because at the end of the month, we got Sam Raimi's new horror film, Send Help. The twists and turns in this story are all over the place. I couldn't predict where this film was going next, and there's some super gory scenes in this film that just take this survival thriller to the next level. Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams are also both excellent in this film. I need them on my screen all the time. Now, the newest addition to this list is the film Hokum. I saw this a couple weeks ago and it still hasn't left my brain. Oddity was one of my favorite horror films of 2024, so when I found out that Hokum was by the same director, I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I was not prepared for how terrifying this movie really is. I was literally jumping out of my seat watching this movie in the theater. The entire atmosphere around this film is just tense and uncomfortable, and things just get worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah, I have no doubts in my mind that this is going to stay towards the top of my list for the rest of the year. And this brings us to my favorite horror film of the year so far, Forbidden Fruits. Now, mind you, a month before this film came out, I didn't even know it existed, but now I truly believe that this is a modern cult classic. The style in this film is impeccable. It's perfectly nostalgic. The jokes are funny. There's this offbeat, irreverent, raunchy humor that I just love so much. Watching these characters interact on screen, you just fall in love with them more and more. I know this had a very limited release in theaters, but if you have a chance to see this before the end of the year, please do. But let me know in the comments about your favorite horror movie to drop this year so far. And for more movie news, reviews, and more, y'all know to hit your boy with a follow. Peace.